The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. In motion, Hollins. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. "51 yards on the punt there. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Another run for Gibbs here. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen. Pass incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Goff now looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. And they'll accept that penalty. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
From the 50, it's gone. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To the air, Allen. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To throw is Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A.J. Epinesa rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9. In motion goes Patrick. Here's Goff. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Back to throw. Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Bates' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Bills. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly. And he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Motion man is Shakir. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that flag accepted. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. In motion goes the tight end. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Gone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now it's Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Good protection there on 3rd down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Now Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That is caught. Kincaid with it. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Here's a 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 7 yards there and a first down. to the air. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
To throw, it's Allen. It's caught, Cooper. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Motion man is Shakir. Allen going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. (10-0) is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he goes out right around the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Williams, a man in motion right. Back to throw, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Goff now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Gibbs straight ahead. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw is Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Goff. And it's caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That stop made by Jack Campbell. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Allen. Flush to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second down and 6 now. Inside give to Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 17-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 72 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completes it right side to Cooper.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On play action, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the... And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing now is Allen. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Motion man is Shakir. Now Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. to the air. Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss, because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Shrugs him off. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills getting set to go. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From midfield, here's Allen. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor And it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Allen now looks to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Over the middle, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Cooper, the man in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down. Allen gonna throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the Bills are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. In motion, Hollins. Allen to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
In motion left, that's Cooper. One final try here for Allen. Dancing to his left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. So a drive that covers almost the entire length of the field will result in 0 points.
That frustration is not just going to be felt by the guys on offense either. It's going to be felt throughout the entire team, isn't it? I mean, we've been there before, right? We've seen it. That deflation can go through the entire ranks. They're going to have to really work to make sure it doesn't affect them going forward.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And Terrell Bernard there from his linebacker spot got a hand on it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Steps away to his left, and he wisely will throw that one away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Has his man. It's Shakir. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Completes to Shakir once again.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Allen.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.